In a world where AI threatens to make artists obsolete, one man decides to harness the power of technology to make his life even lazier. Combining Mid-Journey with Adobe After Effects, he will make the lowest effort movie trailer you have ever seen. Witness the rise of AI and the tools to make us lazier.
So AI is pretty much everywhere nowadays, and people seem scared that it's somehow going to take our jobs. But rather than freaking out about AI potentially making us unemployed or coming to eliminate the human race, why not see what tools are out there to help us make better art today? So I don't know if you've seen this, but people have been creating these what if movie stills of films if they were created by a certain director. One I saw recently was what if Lord of the Rings was directed by Wes Anderson. And this video piqued my interest. I wanted to see if I could come up with my own fake trailer in a style that I wanted. So I signed up for Mid-Journey and began typing away. I was envisioning a post-apocalyptic style show like The Last of Us, set in Sydney where I live, and incorporated some of the iconic landmarks like the Opera House, the Sydney Eye Tower, and of course the Harbour Bridge, or as we like to call it, the Coat Hanger. Alright, Mid-Journey does its thing and I actually get some pretty decent images from it. What's kind of cool is that it generates 4 images at a time, and if you like one of the types of images, you can actually create variants on that one particular style. Also, I realized after completing this whole project, there's an actual command that allows you to create 16:9 aspect ratio images, which you can see I'm doing right here. I wish I'd known this at the beginning. After getting all the images, it became pretty obvious that they were pretty low res. So I threw all the images into another AI program called Topaz Gigapixel, and I up-resed everything 4 times the size. Sweet, now all these pictures look super crispy. Now these pics look great, but as you can see from some of the images, some stuff looks a little funky and there were some random people and winged, I want to say dragonflies in the tower image. So weird. So I go into Photoshop, paint out the weird people and dragonflies using content-aware fill, and like magic, I have removed all life from my images. Fantastic stuff. And while I'm in Photoshop, I use the subject selection tool to kind of separate the tower from the background image. It doesn't do a perfect job, so I have to go through and I manually cut out bits that I want, but it works for mostly what I'm doing. You know what I love about all these AI tools? They make my job so much easier, and that's why we created the Lyric Video Creator Kit, the easiest way to create lyric videos. With just a few clicks, you'll be on your way to creating some amazing custom animated text right on your Premiere timeline. No After Effects necessary. Over 60 animated presets, built-in effects, custom textures, dynamically sizing backgrounds, and so much more. All contained inside an easy-to-install Essential Graphics template. So get cracking, check out the Lyric Video Creator Kit today. Alright, let's jump into After Effects. Now, for this particular trailer, I don't want to just do slow zoom ins because that's kind of mid. Now, what I want to do is actually use projection mapping to actually give geometry to the images. Now, I'm going to use a plugin called Projection 3D to give me the ability to project the images onto 3D planes. Now, this is a paid plugin, but it does remove a lot of the chores associated with doing 3D projection inside After Effects. Like 3D projection is such a pain in the butt in After Effects. So I'm so glad that this program exists. It just takes out a lot of the difficulty and just streamlines it all, so I'm able to just do this quickly and effectively. Nice. All right, let's get cracking on the tower. I decided to ditch most of the image and just use the tower and a little bit of the background. I added some real time-lapse sky and a flock of birds flying across the screen to give it a bit more life. And let's make things a little bit more sexy by adding a little smoke and atmos. Now I love this Harbour Bridge shot, but the problem is that the flames are just not moving, so I wanted to give it a little bit more movement, added a few fire elements as well as some sparks to just really make the image pop out a little bit more. I know, the smoke in the background isn't moving, but hopefully you're not paying too much attention to that. This last shot actually was pretty tricky, so I had to throw it into a program called F-Spy to figure out the camera position for me. Usually it's pretty straightforward, but in this case I couldn't figure out the geometry just by eye. It actually was better that the computer actually figured this out. Alright, I'm going to add some funky titles, some somber music, slap some film grain on top, and bam! Welcome to the AI generated trailer.